Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Bobby, and I want to discuss with you something that I talk a lot about in my clinics and have for years, because this is a problem that is what makes, year after year, no matter what new equipment comes out, makes golf a real challenge for most golfers, because there's not much intuitive appeal in today's lesson, and that is the relationship between the iron and the ground at the moment of impact. And let me tell you where the confusion originates. If you were to say to me, hey, Bobby, let me see you lift that ball up off the ground using just your shoe. Just my shoe, well, I would find that a bit of a challenge, but one I would like to take part in. Let me try that. Well, there's two things that are notable about that attempt that I just made. Number one, the ball didn't get airborne. The fact that the ball is sitting on the ground and the shape of my shoe makes it impossible for me to get the ball airborne if that is the method I'm going to try to employ. And the second part that's noteworthy about that is it's lifeless. Notice how when these two separate from one another, what a lifeless thing that is. There's no power in that. There's no energy. There's no discharge. Now, let's do it another way. Let's say instead of trying to scoop under it, I just try to pinch down on it. Two things will be noteworthy. Number one, the ball did get airborne. Number two, it was a powerful explosion. The separation of the two had an explosion. That thing went 12 feet. The other one went 2.5. That is powerful. And that illustrates very well what happens when you hit a golf ball. We're trying to make sure that we hit the ball and then the ground, and there is a pinch. Now, when you hear the word pinch, then you've got to understand there are two surfaces and then whatever's in between them. So if I'm going to pinch something between my two hands, there's this surface, there's my top hand, and I pinch. Now, in the case of the golf ball, the two surfaces are the ground, that's the bottom of the pinch. The ball's in between it, and then the top of the pinch is the golf club. And so that's what happens when we strike a golf ball. You hit the ball into the ground, there's resistance. Well, there's less resistance in the air than there is in the ground, so the ball starts climbing the teeth of the club, and that's what shoots it off. And so we're always looking to strike the ball and then the ground. And that is what creates for us that boring, that piercing, that full of life trajectory that goes into a well-struck iron shot. And so just remember that. We're not lifting it as if with the edge of our shoe. We're pinching down on it as if with the sole of our shoe, and that's what gives us that piercing strike. Thank you for watching.